Hey guys, I'm Lexie. I've done a couple videos in here before, but I wanted to do, or I was asked to do a review on this device. I've used it consistently for the last month. It's called the Bioequa Energizer, which Kim just did a video on it, and she explains the actual specs of it. I just started using it without knowing all the specs. I just looked up how I should use it. I don't want this video to be too long, but I really want to emphasize that I do have lashes on, but I don't have eyebrows on, I don't have foundation on, nothing, but my skin is super poreless. I'm blown away. I'm looking at it through my phone, it never looks this way. The last 6 months I've been going through the worst retin-A uglies, as they call it, and I thought it would only last a couple months. So I was just pushing through it, and it's been a solid 6 months. In the last 4 months, I've been like, okay, just get through this. It'll be worth it. And I'm still purging really bad. I was doing it 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And then I went back to 2 times a week, and now I'm doing it once a week, kind of. And I'm still struggling because when I do it once a week, I still pop up with all of these pimples. And so in my before and after picture, I have, since it's been exactly a month, it was my most hormonal time of the month that I started using this. So it's also my most hormonal time now. So breakouts are super common for that. Usually I've been getting them like cystic bumps all along here. I never had acne growing up, never as a teenager, nothing. I didn't take care of my skin or anything. And I'm 26 now, so ever since having a baby, my hormones, I swear, just caused me to have awful acne all around here. Plus, I'm a professional dancer, so I have to wear full caked makeup and lashes at all times while dancing and performing and sweating like crazy. And that used to not be a huge problem with my skin. I think it's because I swear all my pores were clogged, so it was it couldn't do any more damage. But I never got acne from it, and now since I've danced again, it's been so bad. And so it was I would essentially stop dancing or get done with a workout or a game or something, and then I would literally go to my car and wipe all my makeup off, use micellar water or a balm or something, get it all off, because I felt the longer it sat on there with sweat, it was literally I would get breakouts all over my forehead and my cheeks. And I just never had acne, so it really bothered me. It was to the point that my family and my in-laws and stuff would be like, what happened to your chin? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? Because they know I do a lot of at-home beauty procedures. So they would see that and be like, what's wrong with your skin? Your skin's supposed to be getting better. And I'm like, whatever. So this device is awesome because I was a huge skeptic of it at first because 1, it doesn't touch your skin. 2, I didn't know what to expect. And 3, I always felt at-home devices can't work because they're not, it's no way it's legal for an at-home device to be as strong as an in-office device. So I felt that meant, then it's not effective, it's just gimmicky. And this thing's not cheap. I mean, it's $300, but Kim has a 25% coupon code, I think, through Amazon with this. And it's an actual code you have to put in Amazon when you check out. So 25% is $75 off, which is awesome. So that actually makes it not too expensive in my book. I would pay $200 for this. But $300 is that's a big price point for me to try something. I still haven't tried the Nira yet, just because I can't quite afford to invest yet. But I was given this by the company, and I was like, yeah, I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. And so you can use it twice a day, and some days I would use it twice a day, but mostly I would just use it once. I liked using it in the morning, actually, because it would kind of wake me up because it's kind of cool. But let me just get into kind of what it does. And then the more I researched, I didn't watch Kim's video until today because I really wanted to structure how my video was going to be without seeing hers. But But her video is really awesome because it goes into all the different specs and like the technology and everything, which I'm a little bit more ignorant towards. I'm just telling my experience. But the more I was researching, the more I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, this could be totally something that works. I'm weird. Like, I always think like if it doesn't have a cord on it, first, if it's an at-home device, it can't work, right? That's what I always thought. And then if it doesn't have a cord like connecting to the wall, then like it's not powerful enough. That's what I always think, but that's not true. So what this thing does is it just hovers over your skin. You have to be touching both like silver sides, and this is the button to turn it on. And it sounds like that, and then it lights up. And what it does is it has, you have to be touching both sides, and you just go over your face. But what I found is you have to make sure, well, I like to use it whenever my skin is like damp with something. So what this is really, really awesome that I really like is that you can use this after your whole routine at night. So after moisturizer, after everything, which most devices you have to have a clean, fresh face, like fresh, clean skin to use. And then you have to use it for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever the deal is. And then you have to do the rest of your routine. And so like I would get really lazy at night and never, like I hardly even use my like LED light tunnel mask thing because one, I like to use it at night, helps me go to sleep, but I have a child sleeping in my bed every night, so I don't want to blind him, and my husband can't sleep if I have it on. And two, I just hate that I can't, I mean, you can do your full routine and then use like an LED light, but really the best way to use it is on fresh, dry skin. So anyways, so my thing was, I thought with this whole acne purging thing, like with this Retin-A, like I've been giving up on it, but I was using, you know, like blue light therapy and red light therapy, and I liked it, but I could not use serums and then use that. It didn't help it. I would have to do bare-faced, and I just wasn't very good about it. I'm shocked because this really worked, and what it kind of does is it really hydrates your skin. It takes these like, it essentially takes this plasma, there's plasma in here, something, I don't know, the electricity or whatever creates plasma, and then it like pushes serums and things into your skin, and it's like a cool mist kind of feeling. It kind of feels like a nebulizer or something, but it's not like smoke or not smoke, whatever, vapor. It's not like a humidifier at all. It's just, it kind of feels like that, but it's cool. And essentially, this is how it worked for me. It essentially makes this plasma or whatever it is, like it feels like water vapor, into these tiny, tiny, tiny little particles, like nanoparticles, so that they can actually penetrate your skin. And if you have serums and stuff on it, it's gonna actually push that in deeper. And I know this is an actual technology and not a gimmick because I used to do lashes for a living, like lash extensions, and we'd always use this nano mister at the end. And what that was the same kind of idea, like it was like a water vaporizer thing, but it made the water molecules so tiny that it would go to the glue, like it would be able to get into the glue and set the glue. So that way when my clients would leave, or my customers would leave, they could get in a shower right away. They wouldn't have to wait a day or two, and they get better retention. So I know that the nano sized particles being pushed in your skin is a really good thing. It like heals your skin from like a cellular level without like causing any damage to your skin barrier or the actual cell. Like it doesn't like cause trauma to the cells, which is really cool. So my experience with it pretty much was it felt good on my skin. It didn't take long because it beeps 3 times after a minute and then it shuts off. But what I would pretty much do, you can do it different ways. They say don't use it for more than 3 minutes in one spot. You can get red or irritated or something. So what I like to do was, if I didn't have time, I would just do like half my face 1 minute, the other half 1 minute, maybe my chin. Like I'd always try to focus on my chin because of my acne. And that actually worked really well. That was my favorite to do in the morning. But if I did it at night, which I wasn't like really good about it the last couple weeks because we all had COVID and we were super sick. But the thing about this was, since it didn't plug into a wall, I could just take it to bed with me, and I would literally just be like this. And like, yeah, see, I would go to bed and get it done. It wouldn't wake anybody up. It doesn't have any bright lights or anything. So that's why I liked it. Then tonight I used a face mask, like a aloe face mask, and then used this on top of it. And that is absolutely how I would use this going forward. I'm blown away right now. Like my pores, like you can't see my pores. There's no way I could Facetune this. Like it's a video. I wouldn't even know how. So yeah, like I'm still broken out down here, but it doesn't hurt. It looks bad just because it's that time of the month. And my before pictures, you're gonna see acne in the same area. So I didn't expect this to get rid of like that acne, but it's not hurting. It kind of looks inflamed, but it doesn't hurt. And it's not itching, it's not sore, it's not dry. And with Retin-A, I would get lots of flaking, which is a good thing. That's cell turnover. This would help keep my skin. So because of that, my skin would feel like it was windburn a lot, and probably from overuse or using too much. And this really helped with that. So, but tonight using that face mask and with this over it, I was blown away whenever I was taking my after pictures. And I'm still blown away, like looking just at my face in the camera. I have no self tanner on. I have no brows on. Just my awful tattooed brows. I have lashes on, but that's it. Another thing, my under eye circles. So like I said, we had COVID and we were super sick. Like, I mean, we were fine, but we couldn't like really get out of bed that much, and it was crazy for about 2 weeks since Thanksgiving. And so with that, I was really bad about taking my vitamin D, and vitamin D always helped me with my under eye circles, especially if I wasn't getting sleep. And I have a toddler, so I don't get much sleep, and there's been a lot of stress in our lives. So I haven't been sleeping well. I'd be in bed, but not being able to sleep with COVID. It was awful. But the great thing was I haven't been taking my vitamin D, so my dark circles started coming back. But once I was starting to use this and I was focusing it right here and right here, one, it felt really good. Two, when I wake up in the morning, my eyes are really puffy. Probably I eat too much salt. I don't know. My face looks swollen. This was awesome for that, for like under the eyes. Three, it helped like even out, like, sorry, there's a shadow from my lashes, but it really helped with the darkness. I was really blown away, and it would only be like 1 or 2 uses that I would see a dramatic difference. And so when I was really, really good about using it twice a day for like 14 days, it was a big, big difference. My makeup went on better. I didn't even want to wear a lot of foundation because my skin was even without it, and I have freckles and very sensitive skin. My sunscreen went on better. My sunscreen wasn't breaking me out. It essentially would like push in your serums, hydrate you really well, lock that in, and close up the pore and leave you glowing. And that was crazy. So I wouldn't be getting like multiple pimples night after night after night. It'd be like I'd get over 5 pimples and then wake up with 5 more or something. And that's not how it was. Like right now it's bad just because I said it's a hormonal time of the month. But like next week I can send another picture, but all this will be gone because that's kind of what happened last month, and I was just blown away. I had like 2 full weeks of no acne on my face, and I was still using Retin-A, even though it was only once or twice a week. That was amazing for me. I definitely like recommend this if you can afford it. I would say go for it, because I used to put like sheet masks on. Sorry, my child and my husband are in the background, but I would put a sheet mask on and then go under the LED light and like hope and pray it would help. And really with LED light, it can kind of like push your serums in, but it's not going to be as effective. Like you should really have a bare face. With this, I just love that it was easy. I could have it in the car and do it. Like when we were on a road trip, like coming home from Thanksgiving or whatever, I could have it at night in the car and I felt like I was doing something productive. It doesn't take long, like 5 minutes. I did do it a couple times where I did 3 minutes on each side. I think Kim did that on her video too. And I actually really liked it. It gave like, so I sleep on my face like smushed and like to the side. I think it was on the side, yeah. So I get like this, I'm only 26, but I'm very dehydrated skin and I eat a lot of salt and whatnot. But I wake up with like these creases, which I know we all do, but like it's predominantly worse on the side and like way longer on the side. It's because I smushed my face. But this was really awesome for that. Hey baby, I need you to go over there, please. And so this was awesome for that because it would kind of like plump up the area because it was actually hydrating it, because my issue was dehydration. So I really like this for like waking up and sleep wrinkles. I will use this for whenever I have appearances I have to do for dance. Like whenever they're early in the morning and my eyes are all swollen and puffy and I just don't look very good. I will totally use this beforehand. And it really made me feel like, it felt like I used to always use like frozen spoons like under my eyes, and that would like get rid of puffiness. That's essentially like what this was doing for me in that sense in the mornings, but better. And it caused me to be able to work out, to dance for long periods of time, sweat disgusting with a spray tan and full cake face makeup on, without breaking out again. And I really believe it's because it's like closing up that pore and keeping it moisturized underneath. So even when I had acne, it was like keeping the moisture in so it wouldn't dry out and overproduce oil, and then like close the pore or heal the pore. And I wasn't getting the marks from the acne, like I wasn't getting acne scars after the pimples would go away. So the no acne marks afterwards, like the hyperpigmentation, is huge because I'm like Irish skin or Swedish skin or whatever. So I freckle like super easily. And I'm just blown away because it just looks super even right now. And it helped anytime I get a pimple, if I had like another red mark on there for like 2 months, I hated that. And then I'd be doing the retin-A thing, and it would be like this constant cycle of like purge, heal, hyperpigmentation. And then I'd use more retin-A, so then there'd be more pimples, then hyperpigmentation, and like over and over and over. So I just really like this. Sorry, this is a long video. Let me see if there's something else I want to say. Oh, times I would use this would be after microneedling, which I think the video of Kim and Tori microneedling, they used it afterwards. And that was like, that's like one of the times I'd be like, I have to have this. Like, it just feels so good. It's like a cool mist and like closing those channels up and everything with all the goodness before you like go to bed. And I love that. So I would use it after that. I would use it if I ever had a sunburn because it feels good. Oh, my one thing was I do get red right after using it, and you'll see that in the after pictures, but that goes away. So I hope you enjoy.